Hi, I'm Lori Allred. Welcome to Inspired by Pinterest, where I browse around Pinterest looking for amazing crafty projects from bloggers from all over the world and bring them to life in each episode. And I have to say, I have the best job, because when I see an idea on Pinterest that I'm curious how they did it, I love that I can then go experiment and then bring it to you. Sometimes I might try it and it's not worthy of really sharing. Other times I get super excited and it expands and I have to create more, and I can't do it all in one show. So today is actually an example of that. This is Canvas Part 1. Join me next week when I do Part 2. And I was super excited because my friends over at Canvas, Justin mainly, Canvas Corp sent me some amazing canvas product. Everything from the different chunky canvases that are about 1.5 inches thick. This is an 8 by 10. And then of course the regular size stretched canvas, which I loved and I needed for this episode. But I have so many ideas I haven't even touched on that I can't wait to share. And then the canvas comes in banners, table runners, placemats, and you can see them at a lot of your popular home decor stores even nowadays. So I'm excited to share what I can do with Canvas Corp's product. So be sure to come back next week as well. So let me show you a couple of pins that first got me thinking about canvases. The first one is actually from a website that sells this canvas, and I thought it was actually handcrafted, but it's not. The MSRP on this piece is $342. Now I love that it's all white tone and has letters on it. I did a bit of a knockoff similar to this. Let me show you one more pin and I'll show you what I did with these two pins combined. The next one they embossed with hot glue right on the canvas and then spray painted over, and it is from MrKate.com. And I don't know why it's called Mr. Kate. I'm going to go back and investigate. But I took this smaller canvas, took my hot glue gun, made the cool swirls like the one pin I just showed you, and dots and different things. And then I had added some paper texture here because I just wanted to see what happened when I spray painted over it. And then I took my thickers from American Crafts, which I love, love, love thickers. I have a whole box of them. And they come in different forms, like these ones are foam. They have glitter and chipboard, and oh, they're just so much fun. But I just added Love You to the bottom and then spray painted the canvas white so it was all monochromatic. And I'm not going to charge $342 for that, but their piece was much bigger. But it was fun to experiment and see what I could do from those pins I found on Pinterest. So, and then another fun idea, I did an episode earlier on decorating with doilies, or different things you can do. On Squiddo.com, they had this really amazing idea where they took the doilies and did the same technique where they spray painted over them. So I thought that would be fun to try, since I'd already been hooked up with every size of doily. And I just Mod Podge these right to my canvas and then spray painted over with my favorite metallic paint. And I just love the texture. I think it'd be really cool to put like a 3D monogram on it. So like I did similar to this cute chevron one here, where I just added vinyl right over top of what I had painted. So let's see, and I had one more pin that kind of referenced for this idea, this one, and of course I didn't put the source for it. So like always, you can go to my blog, allreddesign.net. I do list the source under all the pins I reference on my show, so be sure to go check those out. It links you right to the blog if they have a tutorial and whatnot right on their blog, and I want to make sure to give those bloggers the love that inspired me to do these ideas. So the number one question I've been asked about canvas and stencils and different things is how to apply vinyl to a canvas. Canvas is very, that porous. The vinyl doesn't typically stick to it. You could try and Mod Podge over it, but then you've got that weird Mod Podge kind of glaze over top of it. And you'll notice here I don't. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. And here I created the chevron background, just simply cutting out some vinyl with one of my electronic cutters, my Cricut for this one, and I put the vinyl right over top of it. I had before prepped it, and I'll tell you how to do that here in a sec. Put the vinyl over it, and I tried a really cool trick that my friend Tasha told me about, and I don't remember where we saw the source for it, but they had actually Mod Podged in the side of here before painting it, and they painted on their second coat while it was still wet. They peeled the vinyl off and you get this really awesome clean edge, and for years, where have they been? I needed to know that. So I loved how that turned out. So to prep your canvas in order for the vinyl to stick, it's really simple. You don't necessarily need to add color. This one I didn't. This one I spray painted gray. But to prep it, you basically need a layer of Mod Podge on it. So I took out my Mod Podge, and on this one I prepped it first with the Mod Podge, and then I went back over and painted it. This one I spray painted it with gray spray paint, and then took my Mod Podge, and I had fun doing different brush strokes back and forth on it, and then I let it dry completely, and that will help your vinyl adhere really nice. You don't have it lifting or anything. In fact, let's go ahead and add the bottom of this phrase. This is a cute sign Tasha showed on one of her shows that everyone kept asking her where she got it from. And I believe our friends at Lolly Jane made it for her. And of course I had to knock it off because it was such a cute idea. They stenciled theirs though, but I love me some vinyl. Make sure you have that transfer tape holding that in place. So I've got my happy. Just gonna put that, make sure it's edge to edge. Now, there is a little bit of a trick for applying this to canvas because the center part is a bit stretchy. I like to put my hand underneath and kind of rub against my hand. I want to make sure those letters stick to the canvas really well. I go back and I do this while the transfer tape's on, then I do it again after I peel it off. So the trick to transfer tape, always remember peel at an angle. Always works better than peeling it straight. And be patient. If you do it too fast, it starts to lift. I've ripped many a phrase because I am not a patient crafter. And then just kind of go back over it with against your hand, make sure it's all stuck down there. And then pretty soon you're done and you've got your vinyl applied to your canvas, as easy as that. I hope that this inspired you to try something different, and you can get really creative, add paper and different things. This is one that Tasha did for an episode earlier on Valentine's, where she applied scrapbook paper and then just decorated her canvas that way. But again, it's as simple as adding a little Mod Podge, a little paint, and some vinyl, and you're done. Thanks for joining me, and be sure to join me for part 2 next week to learn more ideas on using canvas.